If you missed class or you are falling behind in taking your notes, you need to pay attention and follow through on this short video, and make sure you get caught up on your notes. These are your classroom expectations and routines, and it's important that you are aware of them and that you have complete notes by the end of next week. This also is a grade for you, so you want to make sure you're very complete with what you're doing. All right, so classroom expectations for Mrs. Wellston. We always want to be respectful, and I know you probably have heard this word over and over and over, but let's take a look at what that looks like. You need to show respect for the teacher or teachers. You need to show respect for yourself, and you need to show respect for others at all times. The one thing that you need to fill in is respect on your line there. Also, here's your fill in the blank: respect others' property. Avoid touching or writing on anything that does not belong to you, including desks, textbooks, teachers' belongings, doors, walls, whiteboards, etc. You want to make sure you're respecting the property around you, especially if it does not belong to you. Don't expect others will clean up your mess. Please pick up after yourself. Now, for this bullet point, there is no fill in the blank, but you are still expected to know this. Here's respect again. That's what you want to fill in. Respect yourself and the rest of us by using appropriate language and wearing appropriate clothing. This is also part of Carson and the district's expectations for you as well. Be a kind person. You're going to fill in the word kind. So just make sure you have all those filled in. Okay, be responsible. Again, you probably heard that over and over, but what does that look like? Put forth your best effort at all times. So best effort is what you want to fill in your blanks. Put quality. That means how well you do something ahead of just getting it done. I just want to hurry through this and get it done. That's not what is going to be important for you for building skills and showing what you know. Put learning ahead of getting good grades. It's more important what you learn in life than a grade that's going to come and go. Although you do want good grades because that's showing that you are putting forth your effort. Take responsibility. So you want to put responsibility on the line for missed assignments. Anything that's not turned in or it's missing is going to be a 0 in the grade book, and that will lower your grade very fast. Come prepared. Write that on your line with all materials. That's another fill in the blank necessary for each day. And what these might look like: you want an organized class binder containing all your necessary information and handouts. These notes will be one of them for sure. Notebook paper, pencils, class calendar. You might get an agenda at this point. I'm not sure which Dr. Elmer is providing for the students. You want to be organized. That's what these calendars or agendas will do for you. Be responsible with the materials you are loaned to you by returning them where they belong in the same condition. That's what you want to put on the line, or even better, that you found them. Be involved. So you want to write involved on the line. Engaged in what's going on in the classroom. Just showing up to class is not enough. You got to do something with that opportunity that's presented to you each and every day. Participate in your education. Use class time to learn your ELA skills. Please do not spend your time grooming or sleeping, talking, writing notes, playing games, listening to your music, text messaging, or doing other work for other classes. Don't do that. And then if you have an appropriate academic question, put question on the line. Ask it. If you're wondering about it, Someone else in the classes too, most likely. Be proactive. That's what you want to put on your blank about your learning, and advocate for yourself. Advocate is what you want to fill in also. And that just means stand up for yourself. Speak up, stand up, advocate. When directions are given to you, do your best to follow them the first time. That'll save you so much time and effort and frustration. Okay, be considerate, put that on your line, and preserve a positive learning environment. So, considerate and positive. Students' action that interferes with teaching or learning in the classroom will not be tolerated. That is something I do not put up with. Every student has the right, whether you choose it or not, to get an education and to be educated and not interfere by someone who thinks they have a different agenda than me. Minimize classroom interruptions by arriving to class on time. When the bell rings, I start class. If you're late or you're somewhere else on campus, then you're just missing out on what you need to be doing. And try not to leave classroom during the hour. So plan around that. If you're confronted about a rule infraction, own up to it. Don't deny it, lie about it, or blame someone else. Just waste both of our time. Obviously, if you didn't do it, then that's a different story. But most of the time, if I'm talking to you, I already know. All schools and district handbooks rules will be enforced. Please read your student handbook. You are responsible for that information, and students that choose to break these rules choose to have the consequences. Which, here are your consequences. The first infraction, you'll get a verbal warning, sometimes a call home. This one's optional. And then also you're on step 1 of the school's consequence system. If you continue to do it or you continue to make another infraction, you will get a call home. Where you see blue, that's where you want to fill in your blanks. You also might go to a buddy teacher. That's just another teacher. And hopefully, if you're in another room, you're thinking about, how did I get kicked out of my class? And you'll also get step 2 of the consequence system. Step 3, you will probably most likely go to a buddy teacher, call home, and you will get 10 minutes, that's what you want to put on the blanks, after school detention. If you take the bus, most likely they're going to be gone within 10 minutes. They usually stay 5 to 7 minutes. Don't get to step 3. Don't get to step 3 if you're like, I take the bus. Well, you know the consequences, so don't get yourself to this point. Step 4, that's what you're going to fill in the blank. Buddy teacher, call home. And now you have 20 minutes after school detention. Step 4. And then if you still go 5th step and after, you just get automatically referred to the office. So you'll get an office referral. If you have any questions on any of these steps or any other questions I didn't mention, go ahead and ask. Okay, classroom rules, ELA department. This is the whole department. Pretty much it's the whole school, but you want to turn off cell phones and electronic devices. Cell phones should be turned off and invisible during the class period from bell to bell. If it is seen, if your phone is seen or heard during class, it will be taken away and given to an administrator. Refusal to turn over the cell phone will be treated as an insubordinate behavior, meaning you're going against the authority figure. So if you have any questions on this, just let us know, but out of sight, out of mind. No food or drink except water. You may drink bottles of water in the classroom, so you can put water on the line. If a spill occurs, please clean it up immediately and inform the teacher. No other student should come in behind you and say, my table's wet, my chair's wet. if you make a mistake or accident, I mean, that happens, just let me know so we can get you some paper towel or what have you to clean it up. No other food or beverage is permitted without a doctor's note, and that usually goes through the nurse. No chewing gum in class, no exceptions. All right, those are the classroom rules for today. We will continue tomorrow. And if you have any questions, just ask Mrs. Walston.